Next one, Chelsea, Newcastle. I'm sure everyone's heard the recent news of Abramovich and freezing of his assets, everything. What effect does that have on Chelsea and its immediacy this weekend against the team that will arguably become the next Chelsea in the next few years after Chelsea get start dropping, Newcastle's cash starts sort of paying dividends?
Yeah, I know so many people give me shit for talking politically, but how Abramovich with ill-gotten gains was allowed to buy Chelsea in the first place is outrageous. Now, because the Ukraine is being bombed severely, they decide to take his assets away. They knew this stuff before he invested. So you've actually got the two people. You've got the Saudi prince and you've got Abramovich. Both of them should have never been able to buy a Premier League football club. So, saying that, I think that you've got to back Chelsea. I don't think the management will have the owner will have is that important to a football club.
Yeah.
He's not the most charismatic lad around, is he?
And it shouldn't have too much of an effect immediately. I think given the sort of nature of the time between this announcement and Chelsea's game, it's like if it is going to have an effect, it's going to be more in the long term if it's coming like rushed.
Yeah, and Chelsea's a big club, so they'll find a wealthy owner. And to be quite frank, there's so many billionaires in the world now that it's become a bit of a trophy to have a football club, a hockey club, a baseball club, an NFL team. It's just become a big status symbol.
I like Chelsea to win this game 2-1, but given that Newcastle have picked up, I think it's more log points than Chelsea actually have in the last 10 matches or something like that. I'm going to put 100 rand down on Newcastle at 9.40 just because I did the same with Tottenham to beat City and it came off. And I think, when you got odds like that on a team that's like actually hasn't been playing too badly, it's worth it. So I'm my head says Chelsea, but it's worth a tickle, as you'd say.
It's tough to argue that. I mean, Newcastle have the 5th best record in the Premier League in the last 10 games.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go for a Chelsea 2-1 victory. You're going for what? All?
I'm going Chelsea 2-1.
Okay. Now the man.
Well, Newcastle, like you said, the 5th best record as well. In the last 5 games, I think they've got the best record in the last 5 games. Not being able to get a loss. Getting 1 draw and then 4 wins as well. They're scoring goals. They're confident. Their side is just buzzing as well, and that's credit to Eddie Howe, I must admit. And Chelsea, funny enough, they got a key player back, which was Reece James, and he scored twice against Burnley, and now he's out again. So you can just see that it's very crucial for the fullbacks for Chelsea. And now with him being out, does that give Newcastle an advantage? I think so. I'm going to go with a surprise draw on this game. I think Chelsea draw this game. So I'm going to go 1-0 draw.
Wow. Okay. Now, next up is actually a massive game, if you're me. Leeds versus Norwich.
Yeah. Well, they're going to pull themselves out of the relegation zone against Norwich.
Geez, they are atrocious at Leeds. I mean, and now they've got an American coach. I was amazed that they got rid of Bielsa. I really was. He did so much for them last year, and he's had so many injuries this year. I feel it's beyond his measures. And Leeds also talking about selling Rafinha. Hasn't done them any favors.
Yeah.
But they have to win this game.
I suppose you just want to back history and Leeds at home,
Yeah, Leeds at home, will come out fighting. But they have to win this game. It's a must-win. It gives them breathing room. There's only 11 games left to go in the season. You could put another nail in the coffin of Norwich and at least knock them out. So I'm going to back Leeds for a 2-0 win against Norwich.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 to Leeds.
No, tough, guys. Tough. Two teams who haven't won any of their last 5 games. It's wow, shocking. And they're both bleeding goals. They both are conceding goals for days. Yeah, I think I'm going to side with you guys. I think Leeds will be able to pull it out of the bag. I think Norwich as well have started to go in a slump, and I think it continues after what happened with Brentford as well. So I say 2-0 to Leeds.
Nice when we're all in agreement. The next game, another tough team, a relegation team, Watford playing Southampton, who have been one of the better teams over the last 10 games. I think they've got 18 out of a possible 30 points, which is good for 4th. So they've been playing surprisingly well, and Watford are just woeful.
Yeah. No, you got to back. I mean, you got to back Southampton here.
There's no great escape happening with Watford.
Yeah, I mean, I like Southampton 2-0 at home.
Yeah.
Watford to get a card.
I like Southampton as well 2-0.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a draw, guys. 1-0 draw.
1-1. Look.
1-0.
That was a little greater annotation on Watford's last few results was the 0-0 to United, So not out of the question, but I do think it will be Southampton.
Okay, next up we got West Ham and Aston Villa.
It should be a great game to watch. Two kind of nice styles, two decent sort of mid-table teams. Actually, where are Aston Villa sitting at the moment on the log? Look, I mean, okay, Villa sitting 11th. Yeah, so I mean, two of the better mid-table sides playing each other.
Well, West Ham is 6th, aren't they? I don't think they're a mid-table team. Come on.
Fair enough. Yeah. So I'm 6. Sorry.
They'd certainly be looking.
I thought they were sitting a little bit lower there.
Well, they haven't played as well as they had before after Christmas. But they could still potentially qualify for Europe. They're only 3 points behind Arsenal. However, they've played 3 more games. So, look, they're still in a position for Europe. But Aston Villa have won their last 2 games reasonably convincing.
Yeah, I think I could see a 2-2 draw happening here.
2-2. I think that West Ham win 2-1. They're playing at home, decent side at home, and they score goals well. So I'm going to go 2-0 win West Ham. Shakes. Now tell us what's really going to happen.
Well, I gotta also say that West Ham also play in the Europa League, and I think that's gonna have a little bit of effect on them with regards to the rest as well. And I think Aston Villa winning the 4-0 against Southampton will be a big plus. And let's also not forget, Jared Bowen got a massive injury against Liverpool, and I don't think he's gonna feature in this game. Declan Rice is almost fit for Europa League action. I don't know if he's even gonna play within that game. So based on that, I'm actually going to go with the surprise Aston Villa win, 1-0 to Aston Villa.
One of us will come off right.
Well, yeah, one of us will get a point. And now, Shakes, a team that you must be happy about what they're doing. Arsenal versus Leicester. How is Arsenal? I mean, from where they started, there's no team. Over the last 10 games, they've been the top team in the league. They're doing amazingly well. You must be really chuffed with the season that they're having.
I'm massively impressed. I have to admit, he's planned that it's coming together. The squad that he has, it's very young as well. And even taking the risk to get rid of Aubameyang as well. He really wants the dressing room to be behind him, and he doesn't want anything else to sort of falter with that. And the team as well, they're playing with confidence, they're playing together, they're celebrating together as well. there's togetherness as well within the club. And whoever knew at the start of the season with 3 losses in a row, the first 3 losses in a row, this team would be 4th place, 3 points clear of Manchester United, 1 point clear of Spurs, and still have 2 or 3 games in hand over both teams. So it's incredible work what he's doing. And I think if Arteta is able to accomplish 4th, I think it's a huge achievement for a club that finished 8th in the last 2 seasons as well.
I agree. 2 words: cancer Aubameyang.
Probably must have been it. I think you're right, Kevin. It must have been it. I mean, I appreciate what he's done for the club and the goals that he scored, but he probably needed to go. And Arteta took the right decision for the club, the best way for the club. And look where they are. Whoever thought that Arsenal would be in this position? So big ups to him, man. I love the fact that he believes in what he does and what he says, and he sticks by it.
But Aubameyang's enjoying life in Spain.
Well, the thing is, people rarely change. And whatever bad habits and whatever destructive nature he brought to Arsenal, he will also bring it to whatever team he's with in Spain. It's just the way it is. It's if you look at the NBA equivalent, to me, it's Kyrie Irving. Causes shit everywhere he goes, but he's one hell of a player.
Yeah.
So people put up with it for a while, but it destroys the fabric of teams, and separates guys. Anyway, I'm glad that it's nice to see Arsenal back in a championship place. Yeah. I think that they will qualify for the championship, and obviously with more money, maybe they'll buy and keep building a solid team.
Yeah, and this weekend?
This weekend they play Leicester, who have won the last 2 games, but they don't instill much confidence in me. So I'm going to go Arsenal at home, 3-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1. Yeah, I agree with Kevin. I'm going to say 3-1. I think Arsenal are just way too confident at this current moment.
Well, we've got one more game, but before Crystal Palace, Man City. What's your thoughts on that, Shakes?
Crystal Palace, Man City. Look, I think Vieira has them playing well, but I think also Crystal Palace I think he's overachieving, I'll be honest, with the players that left the club, and they're currently mid-table at this moment. But City's just on another level, and they showed it against Manchester United, how just they carved them apart in the second half. I think Crystal Palace will put up a good fight, but I just think City wins this one 2-0.
3-0 for me. Simple as.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3-1, Man City. It's they are a class side, and when you look at it, they've been getting scoring contests. They don't have. I think Liverpool have the three top goal scorers in the Premier League, and you have to look way down to see where Man City's goal scorer. So they're doing it without a recognized striker, and that's the most impressive thing for me. Now the question before we end the show: can Liverpool catch Man City? It was unconceivable about 3 weeks ago, but it's not so inconceivable now with Liverpool. With a game in hand, it makes them 3 points behind. So it's one slip up for Man City, and it could be, as long as Liverpool holds serve.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
They hold the goal difference advantage. Liverpool does. Anyway, it's been an incredible season for Liverpool, and still in with a shout of all 4 trophies. You must be happy, all.
I'm very stoked. Very stoked.
But guys, thanks very much for another show, and good luck with all the betting this weekend. For me, the Tottenham bet I like. I think that they're going to turn over Man United in 3.55. I like those odds. Right?
And don't forget 9.40 on Newcastle. Shakes, if you're backing the draw, 5.40 for the draw. Newcastle, Chelsea.
Yeah. I actually just checked the double chance just to make sure. Double chance Newcastle win or draw stands at 3.20. So a double chance is not bad to put something on it.
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
No, it's not. Well,
All right, guys.
best luck, guys, with all the bets. May they all be winning. And see you next time, this time next week.
Thanks, Kev.
Thanks, guys.